Donald Trump, a famous and controversial person in American politics and business, was born on June 14, 1946 in Queens, New York City. He grew up in a family with 4 siblings, and he was the 4th child. His father, Fred Trump, was a wealthy real estate developer, and his mother, Mary Ann MacLeod Trump, came to America from Scotland. Trump showed he was good at business from a young age and really wanted to be successful. He went to school in Queens and then moved to the New York Military Academy when he was 13. He did well in school and sports and showed that he was a good leader, which would continue throughout his life. Once he finished high school at the New York Military Academy in 1964, Trump continued his education at Fordham University. Later, he switched to the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania and graduated in 1968 with a degree in economics. It was during his time at Wharton that Trump learned about business and became interested in real estate. After finishing school, Trump started working at his dad's real estate firm, Elizabeth Trump and Son. With help from his father, Trump learned how to handle the details of the real estate industry, specifically building and supervising inexpensive housing units in areas outside of Manhattan. In 1971, Trump became the leader of the company and changed its name to the Trump Organization. He wanted to build impressive buildings in New York City. 5 years later, he bought the Commodore Hotel next to Grand Central Terminal and turned it into a luxury hotel called the Grand Hyatt New York. This was his first step into the world of luxury hotels. During the 1980s, Trump continued to build more real estate properties like the famous Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue. He was known for his aggressive marketing and branding techniques, which made him a big personality in New York City. His bold and unapologetic attitude also contributed to his reputation. During the 1990s, Trump experienced both successes and setbacks. He kept working on his properties and growing his business, including investing in casinos and airlines. However, he also encountered financial difficulties. In the beginning of the decade, Trump's businesses faced high levels of debt, which ultimately led to some of his properties going bankrupt. But Trump didn't give up. He concentrated on the most valuable parts of the Trump Organization, getting rid of less successful businesses and returning as a well-known figure in the real estate industry. In 2004, Trump started a TV show called The Apprentice on NBC. He was the host and judge, and it became very popular. People saw him as a smart businessman who could make tough decisions. As The Apprentice became more and more popular, Trump's fame increased greatly. His bold personality, famous sayings, "You're fired," and business skills made him a well-known figure throughout the country. In 2015, Trump announced his candidacy for President of the United States. He joined the Republican Party and ran for president in a different way. He gave passionate speeches, controversial statements, and a focus on issues such as immigration and trade. Some people really liked him, and some people really didn't. Even though many political experts and established leaders doubted him, Trump's message still connected with a lot of American voters. In November 2016, he made history by winning the election over Democratic opponent Hillary Clinton, becoming the 45th President of the United States. During his time as president, Trump focused on boosting the economy, reducing government rules, and changing immigration laws. His leadership led to major changes like tax cuts, revising trade agreements, and trying to stop illegal immigration. But Trump's time as president was full of arguments and disagreements. His bold words and aggressive approach gained strong support from his supporters, but also fierce opposition from his critics. His government faced investigations about Russia's involvement in the 2016 election. which resulted in the selection of special counsel Robert Mueller. During his time as president, Trump was a controversial figure who caused a lot of disagreement with his decisions and actions. Some people praised his unusual ways of dealing with other countries, like North Korea and China, while others criticized him for being unpredictable. During November 2020, President Trump tried to win the election again against Joe Biden. The election happened at the same time as COVID-19, and lots of people voted. It was a big fight about who won. Trump and his supporters said there was voter fraud in many important places, and they went to court many times to try to change the results. Even though he tried hard, Biden was announced as the winner of the election. This made Trump the first president since 1992 to lose a second term. Afterwards, Trump continued to claim that there was voter fraud in the election. But most people who work with elections and judges didn't believe him. Since leaving the presidency, Trump has stayed involved in politics. He is still very active in the Republican Party, supporting candidates and using social media. People are wondering how much of an impact he will have on the party's direction and future. Donald Trump has always done things differently. He was very successful in real estate and had a big effect on American politics. People either really like him or really don't. But everyone agrees that he left a big impression on the country. People will be talking about his impact for a long time.